Hi all, I'm Amber, welcome back to Cat Reads, and today I'm going to be sharing with you two book reviews. The first book that I'll be reviewing is The Assassin's Song by M.G. Basanji. This starts out in 2002 with Karsan Durgawala, heir to Pir Bug, the shrine of a mysterious Sufi, telling his story from his childhood, being raised with the knowledge that he is going to end up being the avatar to this shrine, and the struggle between who his father has planned for him to be and who he really wants his life to be like, and what leads up to the disaster of him coming back home in 2002. I absolutely loved this book. I loved everything about it. The fact that it's set in India and there's historical facts thrown in here. The Pir Bug is fictional and the Sufi is fictional, but the historical facts like China invading India, which I never even knew about, are the fact that Pakistan was once part of India, and because there was this whole fight between Muslims and Hindi supposed to be together or should they be separate, and because the Muslims thought that they were too different, therefore they thought they needed to separate from the country. Well, I'm sure there was more to it than just that, but it seemed to stem a lot from religion, which it always seems to be that. Always the conflict of religion. And seeing that through the eyes of Karsan as he's growing up, struggling with his own identity, his own desires, and what his father has laid out for him for his future, was so magnificently well done. Like, he made Karsan his life, and Pir Bug seemed so real. I felt that Karsan was a very relatable and understandable character who I empathized with a lot throughout the book, even as I sometimes think that he went too far in how he treated his father. Can't say much else about this, but because it's hard to talk about something that you just totally and full-heartedly fell in love with. I love the writing, I love the story, I love the characters. It was magnificently well done, and it's a very close second to The Enchanted, and yeah, it's very hard to know where this stands in my lineup of favorites this year, but it's definitely a close second, like I said. So, as you may be guessing, I gave The Assassin's Song by M.G. Basanji 5 stars. The second and last book that I'll be reviewing is My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. This is translated from Italian, and it's also a first book in a 4-book series. And this first book starts with Lenu as an elderly woman starting to write out her story, her friendship with Lila, and she begins in this first book to tell their childhood together all the way until they're 16 years old. I enjoyed this book immensely. It had fantastic characters that came to life, and not only did Lenu and Lila really seem to just become real, but so did the town and all the other townspeople. This starts off in the 50s, probably still dealing with the after effects of World War II, and seeing these two girls growing up and their relationship, it was a very complex relationship, and you can see it throughout how certain things were misunderstood by each other, and how, because of your own misconceived perceptions, that can cause you to treat that other person not so nicely, or not the right way, or differently than the way you probably would have if you had understood the other person's motivations, and how those certain things affected their relationship throughout was wonderfully told. But although I loved the story and I loved Lenu and Lila's relationship and being able to see them growing up, I did have issues with the writing. I felt myself being taken out of the story, taken out of my reading, because of the grammatical issues. There were too many commas, and the statistics would become jumbled up together, or the commas would be the wrong kind of commas, where I feel like there should have been a semicolon there, or a period instead, and therefore I felt that the sentences were at times easily misread because of that. I have to wonder if that's the translation more than the author. Either way, it was a strong beginning. I absolutely enjoyed Lanu and Lila's story, and I'm definitely looking forward to reading the next book in the series. In the end, I gave My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante 4 stars. So there you go. Those are the 2 books that I have to review for you guys this week. If you've read them, I would love to talk with you down below about them, or if they sound interesting, also I'd love to hear from you about that also. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep smiling.